the governor just got reelected and had a sizable majority, but we also returned Republican majorities in the Senate and the House. So I felt like his budget address today had a very positive tenor, very pragmatic tenor, very productive tenor. He was clearly reaching out to members on both sides of the aisle in both chambers to fashion a common sense budget. He made it clear at the outset, no new tax increases, which we certainly support. The economy's growing. Revenues with respect to the existing taxes have increased. We can live within our means. The key is grow the economy, and we'll be able to invest in education and in healthcare and in making sure that we do well by the citizens of Pennsylvania. Holding the line on taxes is very, very important to our caucus and to Republicans across the state, but I think that's true for many of my Democratic colleagues that I work with in the House as well. And then I would also say the focus on family-sustaining jobs, particularly from the private sector, is very important to many in the House, both on the Republican and Democratic side. If anybody has an opportunity to get to the petrochemical facility, the Shell plant in Beaver County, there are over 800 iron workers there right now, not to mention steam fitters, laborers, operating engineers, like significant family-sustaining jobs, electricians. And there are really thousands of people working on it. There's over 100 cranes. It's on a brownfield site. It's a $7 billion plus investment. It's taking the byproducts from the natural gas that's coming out of the ground, and it's creating plastics, which can be used in aspirin, balloons, crayons, diapers. We want additional petrochemical facilities to locate in Pennsylvania on the brownfield sites. We also want the manufacturing facilities that are going to use those plastics in Pennsylvania too for family-sustaining jobs. We think a way to do that is to actually enhance and improve the petrochemical facility tax credit that's already in law. We also think you could have Keystone Energy zones. We think that a Marcellus shale tax, which we have held off, is not the right approach. The impact fee, which we did under Governor Corbett, is the right approach. It's brought in nearly $1.5 billion since 2011. We collected over $200 million in 2017 alone. And keep in mind that with respect to other states that have a quote-unquote severance tax, our impact fee is double what they're collecting in West Virginia and 4 times what they're collecting in Ohio. And we're using that money to invest in local communities on infrastructure. We want to make sure that the opportunities in manufacturing expand. Your natural gas prices in your home or at a business, they've been reduced by 80% in certain locations, by 80% that you're paying to our consumers since 2008. Our electric rates, that are powered by natural gas, have been reduced 41% since 2009. There's 17 natural gas power plants being built in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And here's a clean environment thing. It is reducing particulate matter and noxious gases significantly in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania by having those type of facilities. I think it's win-win-win. I definitely support the career and technical education proposals, the community college proposals. We need to make sure that those jobs are in Pennsylvania, but we also need to make sure that our citizens have the training to work in those facilities. This chart shows the increases in pre-K to 12, grade 12 state education funding. It has consistently increased. We are, in addition to increasing basic education funding and special education funding consistently over the last years, we have also increased very much the amount that we're contributing to teachers and administrators and staffs, their pensions. We are at $2.5 billion in this budget alone. That's going to go up again. That is from 10 years ago, around $250 million. It's been almost a 500% increase. We had to do some pension reform to move forward. There's going to be other suggestions on pension reform coming out from the new report. I think we have to implement those. We're going to continue to abide by our agreement with existing employees and past employees, but we do need to make some changes moving forward in how we administer the system. And I think the cost savings have to come in with those type of pragmatic changes, and that allows for additional investments in public education K through 12. I do think there needs to be some school choice component. One size does not fit all. Yes, the vast majority will be in public education, and we need to make sure they're good. Every child deserves a great opportunity. But when you get to places like Philadelphia, they have 30,000 students on the waiting list for charter schools there. And that's because that they think that there's other opportunities. So has to be a balance.